It has been a hot minute. I'll, I see Ray, Sandra, Pyro. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's good to be back. It was a long month or so, but yeah, here I am, uh, ready to talk about anything and everything. Um, been diving into ancient civilizations and universal consciousness, looking at how the world is affected by people, how we affect it, and how it affects us, meaning the earth, how we're all connected, how everything in this life is connected in some form or fashion. And it's not just, hey, hey, how you doing, man? North Alabama cryptid. Yeah, Rafe, we're all here. I'm glad y'all are here. Look, and I've been doing some research and a little light reading, and it comes down to the fact that how much do we actually know about the universe? How much do we know about ourselves as a species? How much do we know about what's out there? We really don't. It's a lot of it is theory. If you're looking at the scientific perspective, which is good. You know, you need facts, but what are facts? Light reading. Yeah, that's right. Do you feel the dripping sarcasm? Hey Claude, how you doing, man? Uh it's coming to know ourselves, who we are, and how much of our history has been erased. How much we've been lied to over the years, lied to over the centuries. Now, when we get to that point, we've got to step back, and once the people realize that they have not just been recently lied to, that we have been lied to for centuries. Why is that? I titled this show um, the way I did because I'm really curious as to how a lot of people feel about the subject. The hollow Earth. Is it hollow? Well, we don't know. There's been theories going on about it since the 1800s. See, that's what I'm thinking. Somehow, some way, we've been made to forget. We've been programmed. I've talked about this before on a few different shows, but I do believe that we have it in us. Now, those of you who subscribe to yes, I love the synchronicity. You bring this up because I was just reading about this today. Did the moon ring? It rang like a bell, according to a couple of astronauts that stepped on the moon. And I do believe we did land on the moon. I also believe that some of the film footage was staged here on Earth to simulate what they went through on the moon, for the simple fact that they did not have the audio video capability to send back that type of information. Then I don't think they had it to um, puncture that radiation belt. And yes, Admiral Byrd, I'm looking at getting a hold of a copy of his diary and going through it. 1,700 miles, 3 hours. He was gone. No one knew where he was at. He was off the radar, totally disappeared for 3 hours plus. And he talked about what he saw. And then he got blacklisted. So the first time. Exactly. Mm-hmm. The Van Allen belt. Yeah. I don't believe they had the capability. I believe they had audio. They could get the audio message through. I don't believe their signal was powerful enough to send through video at the time. And that's where a lot of this conspiracy comes from, where they did not land on the moon. That was all staged. I actually believe they did land on the moon, and there's a lot of evidence out there to corroborate that. I think so. That ringing. I know what you're talking about. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it's a good movie. And, with all these different psyops and covert operations, our intelligence agencies infiltrating our media and movies. Operation Mockingbird is a real thing. I mean, they've actually admitted to it. For certain operations or movies, they have to get approval to talk about certain things. Now, it's reported that Steven Spielberg's, um, the Contact of the Third Kind, is that movie was more like a docudrama. Exactly. Soft disclosure. Disclosure is disclosure, and you've got to be very careful at how you examine all this, because there's so much misinformation, and you after a while you start, and I honestly believe this is intended to be this way. Once you look into it, and once you start following the little breadcrumbs, you'll notice at how there are truths in the lie, and they will acknowledge things without out acknowledging things. When I was on Marty's show the other day, we we talked about the the FBI um, papers on Bigfoot, and in my mind personally, for them to actually respond was enough for me to say they acknowledge the fact that this thing exists. They need to nip it in the bud. They need to stop this guy from saying whatever he's going to say and make him sound like a total loon. Exactly. Exactly. Right. There's a lot more truth to what they talk about than the layperson would care to believe. There's so many people out there that enjoy the ignorance, the blissful ignorance of not knowing, you know, and it's sad. It really is sad that they don't want to know and they refuse to know, and they want to keep it that way. Journey to the center of the earth, exactly. Well, it goes back further than that. I mean, that's this. We're talking recent. Happy compliance. Yeah, Ray, you look at that message I sent you earlier today. You'll see I get a little frustrated, and it a lot of it happens at home. You see it so often, and now I'm back to working with the public. I work with the public. They're in my face daily, and I see how they just drone along. Point A, point B, dawdle on their cell phone. They're not looking up, they're not looking around. It's my job to watch after these people. Literally. When you're rolling down the road driving a 14-ton vehicle, um, yeah, and they don't see you. It's amazing how little people pay attention and how a 14-ton vehicle can not even be seen, acknowledged. I had a whole family of people walk right out in front of me. I was paying attention. Thank God I was paying attention. They would have been serious road pizza had I not. But see, that's the thing. People just don't pay attention. And part of me, I get it. Hey, Hoff. How you doing, brother? And that's exactly right. They've got to have their handheld. They would rather not. They have too much. They feel that they have too much on their plate now as it is to worry about this other stuff. And their idea is, why fool with something I can't, I don't have any power over. The fact that they do. In later episodes, we're going to get into that. How we as a people have this power. Yeah, this is true. That would have been a mess, dude. That would have been a greasy mess. Golly. This is exactly right. It requires dedicated focus and study. Most are intellectually lazy, petrified, and fossilized. Unfortunately, this rings too true. Now, I've looked into the flat Earth thing because I was just curious. Um, um, I've looked into these theories about how nuclear weapons are not even a thing. Um, but it helps to have contacts and people who know people who could prove these things for you off the record, but it's still classified. And, but the thing of it is, when it boils down to, is I know they actually exist. There's no question in my mind. None at all. Just a second here. Okay. Let's up here a little bit. Exactly, Ray. We have to find out where we've been and know where we're going. And I tend to get off on tangents and ramble, and I do apologize for that. I'm back to that. I'm trying to stay on topic here. But there's so much to discuss. I've got an hour to do it, and I'm going to try and fit as much into that hour as I can. So we have an ability to make a change as a people. As looking positive, raising our frequency, and projecting that positive frequency out toward others. It's a way to change your environment. It's a way to change yourself. And there's so many people out here who are not looking for that. And I know it's to a lot of other people, it might sound crazy and a lot of woo, but there's a science behind it. As much as I do not trust our federal government, I do trust a few people out here who have been involved in the government and have talked about certain things. After a while, you can sniff out the bullshit. You can tell who's fabricating a story, lining it with truth, but it's like sprinkles on a turd. It's still a turd, right? After a while, you'll be able to tell the difference. If it doesn't pass the smell test, then it's not worth it. We have this ability to raise the veil, look through the fog. Do you think direct energy weapons exist? Yes, I do. Absolutely. You got your fingers crossed for this one? Uh, okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do two tonight. I got to work tomorrow. Who cares? It's been a while. This is true. Sub Damien. Hey, Parkway. I guess so. See, this is where this I'm just scratching the surface of the knowledge that I need to have, that we all should have. We've quit reading, we've quit knowing, and we've depended too much on what other people have to tell us. I'm looking at an article on Prepare for Change, what universal consciousness is and how to achieve it. The universal conscious mind, by some called the superconsciousness or universal consciousness, is a very important concept to grasp. It is that awareness that exists within each and every soul. It is the pattern imprinted on the mind, waiting to be awakened by the free will, of the awareness of soul's oneness with the Creator. This awareness is ingrained or pre-built into the mind, and when awakened by the right use of free will, the person realizes his oneness with the universal mind. This universal consciousness works something like an instinct. It's already there inside us. It just takes the right stimulus to bring it out. It's the same with the universal consciousness. So, yeah, there's that. There you go. See, right here, sound can communicate, harm, or heal. You take a Tibetan singing bowl, you catch the right frequency in it, you meditate toward the sound of the Tibetan singing bowl, and it can raise your vibrational frequency. It will make you feel better. Then you take these weapons that have been, put together, these sound cannons that blast waves of ultrasound to disperse crowds, to take out pirate ships. At the right levels, they can do extreme harm. They can be dangerous. They can be lethal at the right frequencies. So yeah, Hoff, buddy, they absolutely do exist. I did a show here a while back. I need to, once I get through with the show, I'll go back into the archives and put a link in the description below, so maybe you can go back and we'll look at it. I pulled up articles on it, and I had diagrams of the weapon itself. So it's just like Ray said, and it could heal you, it can hurt you, for sure. Exactly. Different tones, exactly. Different tones create different frequencies. And what did they do? What did these different tones and frequencies do? Once again, they can either help you or hurt you. It all depends on the intent of the welder. Maybe so. But this is this is the reason why we're here, is to have this conversation. This, I believe, prayer is very powerful, and I don't think it's just one certain religious sect that has this power. I believe they all do. Whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're Hindu, how you pray, how many of you pray, and what you're praying for, you link as a conscious mind. You raise your vibrational frequency and you send it out. So I'm going to talk about a certain couple of things. I'll read a section from a couple of articles here that I pulled up. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because the other night the subject was brought up about Sasquatch and how they disappear and where they go. And I've heard it brought up on a couple of other um, uh, podcasts. Actually, the confessionals the other day, Tony Merkel had a guy on there, and they talked about how would it be possible for mm, the Sasquatch people to be able to just drop into a hole and travel unseen through a hidden network of caves and tunnels. Um, yeah, exactly. A huge system of caves, a huge system of caves. Um, let's see where we got here. Okay, now I'm not subscribing to either or. I'm just saying there's a possibility. And right now, because of the subject matter today, I'm talking about Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth theory. This is coming from uh, Geophysical Institute, University of Alaska Fairbanks. In this article, June 3rd, 1985, by Larry Gedney. One can never be sure just how serious they are about it, but there does exist a group of people who call themselves the Flat Earth Society. Remember the news item about the old gentleman who was invented to Cape Kennedy, invited to Cape Kennedy to watch an Apollo moon launch, but came away convinced that it was all a hoax. There's another group, equally vocal, who believe that the Earth is hollow. Several years ago, a group of believers informed a member of the Geophysical Institute staff that there was an opening to the center of the Earth in the Alaskan range, and that this was an entry and exit point for flying saucers. Um, Modern day proponents of the hollow earth theory can refer non believers to the book The Hollow Earth, published by Bell Company 1979 by Raymond Bernard. Bernard, judging from the initials he listed behind his name, holds just about every advanced academic degree, but is apparently somewhat of a recluse. As a spokesman for the publisher states in a foreword to the book, I will not enter into any correspondence regarding this book or the author. Whether you accept or reject the contents of this book is your privilege. No one cares. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just bringing this up. Let's think about it. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, with that being said, here is another one. Let's see. And this goes back to Admiral Byrd. I'm glad you did. I'm here. I'm here. There's a lot of people said, "Oh, well, don't know. We don't think he's going to be back." Well, yeah, here I am, and I was coming in hot. I didn't mince much words. Just started in right away. 11 reasons. This is from the ancient code. Um, let's see. Take it for what it is. By ancient code team. That's the byline. I don't know who actually wrote it, but here's the article anyway. This is what I pulled up. Is it possible there is a completely unknown civilization living beneath the surface of our planet? Many people believe that the hollow earth theory is more than just a myth, and some have even tried to prove it scientifically. Even today in the 21st century, it's difficult to say with certainty that it does or does not exist. For many years, it was believed that the earth was hollow, but even though many have come up with theories, until 1968, there was no proof. That year, pictures were taken by a satellite orbiting the Earth, clearly showing a gaping hole located at the North Pole, enough evidence to support the hollow Earth theory, according to many. Is there a hole in the North Pole? In the early 1970s, ESSA, a project belonging to the Department of Commerce of the United States, gave media access to images of the North Pole taken by the ESSA 7 satellite. On November 23rd, 1968, one of the photographs showed the North Pole covered by an unusual cloud. The other one showed the same area without clouds, revealing a huge hole where the pole was supposed to be located. Vice Admiral Richard E. Byrd of the U.S. Navy was a distinguished pioneer aviator and polar explorer who flew over the North Pole on May 9th, 1926, and led numerous expeditions to Antarctica, including a flight over the South Pole on 29th of November 1929. Between 1946 and 1947, he and his team carried out a large-scale operation called Operation High Jump, during which he discovered the map and mapped, discovered and mapped 1,390,000 kilometers squared of the Antarctic territory. The famous Byrd expedition first, and that's what it says here. He and his team carried out let's see, where are we at? Oh, yeah, the famous Byrd expedition first entered into dispute of the hollow earth theories when several articles and books like Worlds Beyond the Poles by uh, Amadio, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name, claimed that Byrd had not even flown over the pole but inwardly through large holes leading into the earth. the possibility that the Earth is hollow and that it can be accessed through the North and South poles, and that secret civilizations flourish within it, has spurred the imagination of people through centuries. Evidence of this we find in the history of countless ancient civilizations. The Babylonian hero Gilgamesh visited his ancestor in the bowels of the earth. In Greek mythology, Orpheus tried to rescue Eurydice from the underground hell. It was said that pharaohs in Egypt communicated with the underworld, which could be accessed via secret tunnels hidden in the pyramids. And Buddhists believe, and still believe, that millions of people live in um, Agartha, an underground paradise ruled by the king of the world. So there's that. You can believe what you want to believe, but I do find it funny that, you cannot fly any um, aeronautical vehicle over either the North or the South Pole. You can't do it. That's right. It's certainly possible. Right. I do find it funny. Yeah, there's that word, Marty. I heard we can't fly over it, so it's pretty sus. Yeah, I think it's pretty sus too. Yes, if you do not have the right credentials, you're not. Can't just anybody go there. Agartha. Yeah. So, I mean, is it true? Let's see. In this previous article, it states the hollow Earth theory actually seems to have been originated in the early 1800s by John Sims, an earnest American who devoted the greater part of his later life to convincing the world that the Earth was formed by a series of concentric shells. So, I mean, that's just it. I don't believe anyone actually does. The North Pole was supposedly claimed by the U.S., um, but the South Pole and the Antarctic, that has been a hold on here. That's interesting. I mean, it's possible, man. It's possible. Don't know. Like I said, the North Pole it was supposedly claimed by the U.S. The Antarctic, that is international territory. You can't fly over it. You have to have compartmentalized top secret security clearance to go there. When I say compartmentalized, top secret, that's the highest level of clearance. But there are different levels of clearance. I found this out many years ago because I had to have a top secret security clearance to work at a certain facility I worked at. just to walk through the clean rooms. I mean, I did security at a government facility, federal government, not state government, federal government, back in the 90s. Long time ago, man. Long time ago. You're going to have to clarify that statement, Hoss. Well, I see you sitting back, kind of giggling. That's cool. But when you're actually looking at, you know, us as a people, right, right. So yeah, it's international. I mean, so to speak. No one owns it. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. I completely forgot about that. And I mean, I haven't heard South Pole in a long time, dude. Long time. Oh God. No, shoot. According to Admiral Byrd's diary, from what I know, um, after he passed over a certain region, he passed over a mountain range and there was grass and trees and a river, and it was almost tropical in the Antarctic. And according to him, his instruments were spinning. I mean, spinning. What makes your instruments in an aircraft like that spin? Extreme polarization, a magnetic force. So yeah, I agree with that. But this is some things that I'm just scratching the surface over, and something I like to talk about. I've been wondering what am I going to talk about, and then it hit me today. Oh, okay, we'll talk about that and see what people have to say. And I'm going to leave it open to you guys. Magnetics, exactly. Yeah, all of his instruments were magnetized. They were just spinning out of control. There was nothing for them to read. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Well, there's that. I've also heard that the Garden of Eden is somewhere in the inner earth. When Adam and Eve were cast out of the garden, they were spit out up here on the surface. I've mentioned this before, but I mention it again, and a lot of people seem to look at me like I'm, half nuts, which I probably am. I'll freely admit that. But don't you guys find it funny that with us being the superior being on this planet, supposedly, that we are not physically suited for physical life on this planet, that we need technology to assist us? Most people think of technology, they think of, electronics. But technology lies in clothing. things that keep us warm, things that keep us dry and cool, things to wick away moisture to where, it's not hurting us. We need. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, God. Exactly. I mean, that's what I try to explain to people. When people ask about ley lines. I had somebody ask me about ley lines here not too long ago, and that's about how I described it. It's the Earth's own magnetic field creating some type of conduit. You preach it. You preach it, Marty. Your signature Bahaha. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Um, I had a chance, and I'm going to try to do another show Saturday, and I'm going to post some pictures. Me and the family had the opportunity to visit a local cave system. Beautiful. And at one point, we saw, a stalactite structure that had somewhere, at some point in time, eons ago, had been flipped. I took a picture of that. We'll see if I can find it, and I'll post it up here Saturday. Um, I find it fascinating that it was flipped. How did it get flipped? What flipped it? I mean, I'm no geologist. Well, it's internationally controlled. There's stuff there that no one, well, the powers that be don't want anybody to know about. It's theorized that it was. I think there's a reason why the Georgia Guidestones were taken down too, but that's a that's for another show somewhere down the line. Coincidence, I'm sure. Yeah, I hear the sarcasm just dripping off of that. And I think it was. Oh, well, Ron Hubbard. Oh, Lord. When people are searching for answers, that just goes to show people will gravitate to anyone who's got the charisma enough to convince you that, that Jesus isn't a potato chip. I don't know. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat here because when I start running my mouth, I tend to I tend to overlook chat for a little bit, especially when I'm reading these articles. This is an interesting little tidbit here. Leonard Euler, a mathematical genius of the 18th century, concluded that the Earth was hollow, containing a central sun, and was inhabited. And Dr. Edmund Halley, discoverer of the comet Halley, and royal astronomer, golly, it's easy for me to say, huh? Of England, also believed that the Earth was hollow on the inside with 3 floors. How do you know this? Jesus is at a toast. Oh yeah. Okay. You guys ever read that? Just passing through the your local supermarket checkout line, the old tabloid News Weekly. It was it was some rag, it's tabloid rag. It had this like ink splotch in there. If you look at it, you can see Jesus. I'm gonna tell on her. God love her, because I got to do it. My mom cut that thing out and put it in a frame. She did. Bless her heart. Okay, here we go. Here we go with the conversation. That's nuts. I hear that a lot. Oh, Jesus in the toast. Yeah, I guess I couldn't help it, guys. I just had to. Bless her heart. I love my mama. I do. Uh, but damn it, man. Bless her heart. See, when I grew up, we weren't especially religious people. We never went to church. Never. Um, but we had Bibles in the house, and I'd be damned if I knew what was in them. We hardly cracked a page. But in their own way, they raised us to fear God and respect Jesus and try to respect one another and live by the golden rule: do unto others, you just have them do unto you, you know? And that's how I was raised, and that was good enough for me. To this day, it's good enough for me. I got my fellowship. I got my fellowship right here. I got it right here. I got it with my family, got it with my friends. I got it right here. I don't need anything else. But is it possible? That's right. My daddy always said there's too many hypocrites in church. Is the reason why he never went. And I say it's a good place for him. See, there's a lot of truth in the Bible. There really is. You just got to really search for it. Thank you. We all do. Exactly right. You know, I take, that quote from the Bible that says, He that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. And there's a peace of God in you. And for a long, long, long time, it was beat into people that they had to submit, 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 and fall to your knees and pray. We were made in God's image. We were made that way. This is my personal opinion. Okay? You can take it for what it is. My opinion. Uh, Exactly. If you look back far enough, you can see where these stories become similar. Okay? The ancient Sumerian texts. Hey, Richie, how are you, buddy? Long time no see. That's a good question. Now, we all have the power within ourselves, like I was talking earlier on. We all have the power, each of us as an individual, to raise our vibrational frequency, to put forth that positive energy and heal ourselves and heal the people around us. There are times when a simple smile and a hello, how are you, can make the difference in someone's day. How do I know this? Am I full of shit? Yeah, I'm full of shit. But this is true because I see it. There are people. I drive a bus for a living. I drive a transit bus for a living. God knows YouTube ain't fucking paying me nothing. Um, they there are people who get on my bus that you can just tell, they have the weight of the world on their shoulders. When I'm behind that seat, it's my job to get these people from point A to point B safely. But I try to take it a bit further and provide a little bit of customer service and say, hello, howdy, how are you doing? Good to see you. By the time that trip is done, they will thank me 9 times out of 10. There are some that will just totally ignore me, and that's fine. You do you, boo boo. But there are times when people will get off that bus and smile and wave and thank me. And that's great. That's absolutely awesome. That makes driving that bus all worth it. Exactly. You greet them, "Hey, howdy, howdy, how you doing?" Or if I've dropped someone off and I'm coming back and they're getting back on my bus, "Hey, welcome back. How you doing?" That's exactly right. We've been, here you go, saying it before I can think it. We're on the same wavelength always. Our culture is so indoctrinated by propaganda. And it's been earlier, earlier in the show, I said these lies go back centuries. From what we've read tonight, for what we've talked about tonight, we can see where these lines intersect. Now, do your diligence, get out there and look if you really want to know. But I'm going to try and do some digging here, so maybe you don't have to. Maybe I can pull up enough to inform everybody of what's going on, to let everybody know that hey, someone's doing the job and putting in the work. And we spend more time unlearning. And I have, there was a time when, I got pulled into the Christian faith. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing, okay? Because all roads that I was on led to here. And hey, I'm not knocking none of them. there, I, as a new Christian, okay, when you're full of the Spirit, you want to bring all these people in as much as you can, and then you're Bible thumping. Not good. Not good. It takes a while before you learn to lead by example. You know, the old saying, you attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And that Bible thumping, oh, you need to get your life right or you're going to go to hell. It's another construct, but we'll get into that later. With this right here, once you start slinging those arrows, people are more likely to walk away from you and say, "Won't you get bent, dude? I don't want none of what you're selling." And they'll walk away. And then you wonder why. Why? Hey, Don, I'm glad to be back, brother. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Glad to see everybody here tonight. Yep, that's right. Too much of the idea now of let's do unto others before they have a chance to do unto me. That's not the golden rule. That's not how you treat people. That's that's not how to be a decent human being. But they should never they should never mistake a kind and patient person's kindness for weakness. Should never do that. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. So Now, this show right here, admittedly, it's not for everybody. The subject matter may step on people's toes. It's not. I look at the paranormal in a different way than a lot of people do. Energy, frequency, vibration. It's all linked together. I'm going to leave this up here for a minute. This right here, what Ray just said, is a good starting point. You know, in the Bible it says to build your house on a rock, not on the sand. And this right here, what you see posted at the bottom of your screen, is the rock. And it's not for the faint of heart. See, this is true. I learned this the hard way. People beat you over the head with something they don't even know what they've got in their hand. I would I would read the Bible, and I wouldn't read it through. There were times when I'd meditate and, be looking for an answer, and I'd pray about it. And lots of times I would find the answer I was looking for. Seek and ye shall find. But I was in a very positive mindset. I'd gotten over the new lamb stage and not beating people over the head, and I realized that leading by example did a hell of a lot more than, thumping that Bible and pushing people away. I see that. How many of you out there are aware of the fact that Solomon practiced magic? How many of you out there who are Christian are aware of this? I mean, it's a fact. There's a prophet of the Bible was also a practitioner of magic with a K. Okay, exactly. And they look at everything else as demonic. If it wasn't stated that Jesus did it himself or God specifically did it himself, it's all demonic. It just it exasperates me, but I'll tell you what. once my eyes were open, it was almost like being a new Christian all over again. I wanted to spread the word. I want to say, hey, look, this is open your eyes. This is the truth. This is the truth. And I remember how it was for me. I remember exactly. Yes, indeed. He had a he had a slew of gin under his boot, man. And that's no small feat. That. I love you guys. If I told you that today, well, I'm telling you now. I love you guys. You you've got it going on, man. You're right. It's how does DJ put it? The dark journalist put it. And anybody if anybody out there is unfamiliar with the dark journalist, I highly recommend it. His channel on YouTube, The Dark Journalist. DJ does some good stuff. Okay. And sometimes he'll sit back and he'll watch the chat pop up. There'll be a slew of people in there. And he said, there are some beautiful people in the ideas room tonight. And I'm here to tell you, in my ideas room tonight, there are a lot of beautiful people, beautiful minds out there. Thank you. So, for those of you who aren't really watching or just listening, my silence is me paying attention to the chat. So here we go. This is this is what I love. This at this point in the show when the chat kind of takes over, and I love it. Now, this has been what right here. Come, let us make man in our image. And it's been referred to as the Trinity talking among themselves. You know, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity. Let us make man in our own image. I will absolutely look that up. I'm posting everything here. Okay. So for those of you who are at home who are not particularly paying attention at the points where the conversation where my mouth just tends to stop, you might want to look because I'm posting the stuff from chat. Let's see. Now this is where I believe, and I believe there's been several resets, man. Hey, Richie, are you talking about Catherine's statement about the vampire? Hmm. Let's see, here we go. Who here's familiar with the mud flood? There's I'll get into that too. Um, Saturday. I'll do a Saturday night special. It's going to be, I might do that twice a month, right? 'Cause, I got 2 days a week to spend, 2 days a week that I've got off, and one of them where me and my wife are actually off together, and I'm going to do a lot of family stuff that day. It just so happens she's going to go, she may be going off this weekend. I don't know yet. She's kind of on the fence about whether she's going to go see her mom this weekend or not. I don't know, but if she does, I'll take that time to just to do the show Saturday, and we'll definitely continue this conversation. It's an hour and 20 minutes, man, going on. It's been a while since I did a show this long. Hey Hoff, you still in the chat, brother? Now, part of the you know the title to this tonight's episode was about having to do with Sasquatch, and they're moving around in tunnels and whatnot. Um, there's so many other more people out there. Hey BPD, how you doing? Oh, I believe his 7 days are a lot different than ours. I wouldn't call it a metaphor. I think it was different. Um, do I believe that God made the earth literally in 7 days? No. Half buddies just throwing shade at you, bruh. Dune caves. Oh, but yeah, I mean, this is you got to be careful with these rabbit holes. Um, he didn't make it the days after. Okay, that would be probably about the right summation. Probably more than that, actually. I think, but if God is eternal, time is irrelevant. If we're talking about some omnipotent, omnipresent being, where you know time, he is eternal. Most of us can't even fathom what that even means. I mean, you can think, you can theorize all day, but when time actually has no real meaning other than you're in it and you write it to suit yourself, then one day to this being could be 1,000, 10,000 years. Exactly. Space and time dilation. You'd think an almighty creator is outside of time. Absolutely. Oh, you got a new place, Hollis? I haven't been on for to see much. Get too wrapped up in my own bullshit. I want to stop by and support my buddies who are out here putting in the time. I do apologize. I appreciate you coming by, though. Exactly. Time is irrelevant to God. Hoff, if she didn't mess with you, she wouldn't like you. I promise you that. Or it's how she messes with you that you can tell whether she likes you or not. Oh no, dude, I'm sorry about that. Hmm. This is something I'm going to have to look at. First Corinthians, verse chapter 11:19 said, "Far be it from me before my God that I should do this. Shall I drink the life blood of these men? For at the risk of their lives they bought." Hmm. I'm not big into cell phone games. Never have been. More like I did a lot of PC gaming there for a while, and well, console gaming there for a while. I'm back to PC gaming. Um, Elder Scrolls, um, Lord of the Rings Online, Final Fantasy. My wife's got the whole cell phone game thing going on. She is she's an avid player of Call of Duty. She's addicted to it. Exactly. 13 billion years. Let's see if I can bring something up here. Um, you would. Oh, just a sec. Let's see if. Let's see. Let's see right here. All this. These are galaxies, man, from that new telescope. Can you believe all this stuff? Look at all these star systems. That is. That's beautiful, man. That's that's beautiful. I mean, that's it's galaxies. There's another one. Let me show you this. This one right here. This is through the new telescope, the star systems. That's what it looks like. There's no way we're alone. Well, I mean, yeah, that's just your opinion. You're entitled to it, bro. Absolutely. Look, NASA's part of the machine too. I played Resident Evil 5 and the first one. Um, yeah, it was pretty good. See, this is where our mistrust and disbelief in what our government has been force feeding us. Now that we're awake, that's where it leads us to be so mistrustful of what we see, and reasonably so. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's really good. Not only do they have 666, which, I mean, that is what it is. You know, depending on how you look at it, it's whatever. But they do have Shiva, goddess of destruction, on the front lawn. So absolutely, like I said, that once you become awake to the lies and misdeeds that you've been fed all your life, it gives reason and room for you to distrust about everything else you're ever told. Well, I'm assuming you're talking to me. It's been a hour and a half now. This is true. What was it they say? You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. But what eggs are they breaking? How far are they willing to go with this? These conversations are good. I mean, it brings a lot of ideas to light, and it's things for you to think about. As long as you're willing to have these conversations. It's true. Exactly. See what I did there? Eggs. Exactly. Ha ha ha. I got about 20 more minutes. Tell you what, you got 20. I got 20 minutes here. I'm off. Yeah, off at midnight. I put a link in chat. Hop on here. We'll talk for about 20 minutes. Anybody who wants to hop on. Hey, hey.
Hey, what's up, Lee?
Doing all right, man. You?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
Yeah, yeah, man. We really had a great conversation the last time I talked to you.
Yes, sir, we did.
Yeah, we did. So let me ask you something.
Go right ahead.
Um, why is, I'm not going to even ask you if, but I'm going to ask you why is the government covering up aliens and things in UFOs?
Well, I think it's all due to control. I
Hey,
really do.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree.
I think that the alien ET influence has been a part of
Prevalent.
this
Prevalent.
prevalent. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. In this on this earth, it's
Yeah.
not as bad as they want us to believe.
Yeah. You-
I think that maybe they want to use this and use all this propaganda. This reason why everybody's been seeded into, our social media, our
Yeah.
entertainment industry.
Yes.
Operation Mockingbird is a real thing. They've admitted it
Yeah.
that they're pushing the propaganda. They're wanting us to be afraid. How
Operation
many
Mockingbird. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Operation Mockingbird is where the CIA tells the media what to tell us, right?
exactly?
All right.
Exactly. And it's all control, man.
Man, it's all bullshit. It's obvious, evidently bullshit.
Hmm.
Is this a no cursing channel?
No, dude, you let her fly, bro.
All right. All right. It's fucking bullshit, dude. Because, I mean, okay, you can see everything that's going on around you, and the media will tell you some different shit.
Yep.
And they will focus it on celebrities that you don't give a fuck about, and they don't give a fuck about you because they are so removed from people like me and you. Like,
Hmm.
why would you listen to them?
Right.
But that's who we are supposed to listen to.
And well, people are too worried about that. They're worried
Yeah.
about that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. They're too worried about why Ben Affleck and
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez are getting married again. I'm like, I don't give a
Man,
shit.
nobody gives a fuck.
No,
I
not
mean, for
really.
real, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. I know I don't. I mean, and you know what? I don't want to speak for you, but I sure don't give a fuck about that bullshit.
Nope.
I want to know why uh the industry that that makes our country function as a country has been shut down. I want to know about that.
Exactly.
Man, it's infuriating, dude. It really is. It's ridiculous. Why?
Trying to usher in that new world order shit.
Yeah, I know it. I fucking know it.
A centralized world government with
Yeah,
everybody else under their boot.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Do you think they're trying to depopulate?
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'm not going to say they are, but it wouldn't surprise me if they are.
Just postulation. It's not a definite yes or no. I'm just asking what you think, man.
Right.
Because
I
you
mean,
definitely, yeah, you definitely
t-
know what's going on.
take COVID, for instance. COVID
Yeah,
19 was a manufactured virus, manufactured in a
it
Hunan
definitely
lab.
was.
It was started under the Obama
Yeah,
administration.
I
I'll
got
get
you.
that right. It was started then, and I believe it was intentionally released.
It was absolutely intentionally released because that's the only way they fucking won. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say they. I will clarify. Only with the Democrats won
Mm-hmm.
by impugning Trump's. And I'm not a Trump fan.
Nope.
Uh, but they impugned what he did, and they made him look like he did the worst thing for us as Americans. And that's, you know what, he didn't, bro. He helped us out.
Yeah.
And like I
Yeah, he
said, bro,
did.
I'm not a fan, but man, it's bullshit what's going on right now. It's crazy.
what what made me back him for as long as I did
Yeah.
wasn't him himself. It was how he was being visibly attacked from
Yes.
all sides before he even took office, before he even took his oath. He was
Yeah.
being attacked
Yeah.
by both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
You know,
But let me
after.
ask you this.
Go ahead.
Look at this weak son of a bitch right now. Is he being attacked?
No.
No, he's not.
Hey guys, what's up? Can you hear
Hey,
me
hey,
okay?
hey.
What's up,
Yeah,
buddy?
man.
I don't have my usual setup tonight. I'm going off my laptop camera and just my earbuds and mic, so I hope I look and sound okay. Uh, nice to see you guys. Great show tonight, Lee. Great show
Thanks,
tonight.
Hoss. I appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks.
I'm listening the whole time. As you notice, my background's completely different because I'm in a whole new place now, and that's what I've been working on for the past week. Sorry if I interrupted you. I didn't mean to just barge in, but yeah, I just
Well, have
wanted
you
to
been?
give you an
You've been glad you're doing all right, man. Look, have you been paying attention to the conversation? What's your take on the whole situation?
Yeah, what
Well,
is it?
you're gonna have to rewind it because I was setting up for the last 2 minutes. So just give
Okay.
me a quick breakdown, and I will respond.
All right. So Trump, whether you like him or not, was, I mean, attacked the whole time by the media, by every single media source there is. But there's no attacking Biden. Um, I don't even know if y'all want to keep this
Do you,
political.
I mean, that's up to Lee because I
No,
can
it's
say a lot about that, but it's up to
well,
Lee. That's what
here's how I look at this situation. There's underlying tones to everything that's going on in the world right now, and this is
Absolutely.
it's a symptom. It's
It
a
is.
symptom. What's causing it, you know, that's up for debate. But right now, yeah, let's have a conversation about it. I'm fine with it.
All right, cool. So,
uh,
yeah, what'd you think about it, buddy? Hey, man,
there.
I'm Ben, by the way.
Hey, good to meet you, man. I'm Hoff. Me and Lee
Yeah,
been
man,
buddies
good
for
to
a
meet you
while,
too.
and you know, I'm kind of like to be. I'm going to clarify before I go any further. Uh, I think they're all messing with us completely, but
They are. They are.
I am more of a conservative kind of guy when it comes to values and traditions because those are important. If you let things just go out of hand like crazy, then you see what we get. That we get what we
Hmm.
got going on right now. And yes, for sure, 155%, maybe 155.7% even that the media coddles the left side more than the right for sure.
Yeah,
There's no doubt
but
about that. There's no doubt about the protection behind it. And even Fox News does it sometimes, to be honest
mhm,
with you. That's why I try to find alternative media. And you can say what you want about it. You have to make up your own mind about these alternative medias and find what's legit and what's not, and be your own kind of moral compass when it comes to these things when you're trying to find out the truth of all the misinformation that's being spouted out today by people who are telling you that they're telling you the truth.
you're right.
That's my
I
opinion.
agree with you. I agree with you. I just think that, I'm not even like I told Lee, I'm not even a Trump fan. But man, if Trump would have did all this bullshit and be fucking discombobulated like Biden is, they would have had a field day with him. And they already did. But you don't hear anything about how Biden's incompetent.
Did you guys see the videos today or I guess they came out yesterday of like the weird Biden videos? I'm gonna say Brandon. I'm gonna save
All
Lee's
right.
stream here. I'm
All
gonna
right.
I'm gonna substitute Brandon. The
Yeah,
Brandon
definitely.
it's like weird, like deep fake kind of video of him, like where his eyes don't blink for like a minute and a half, and he's just like the camera follows him real weird. And they put out two videos of him the same day, and they both look complete like two different people. And the one that looks like a deep fake looks like Brandon from like 8 to 10 years ago, and the one
Really?
the other one looks like him now. Just like the frail old man. But the other one looks like him. Like, it's so weird. It's because I don't even know what to think about it. I can't tell you what to think about it. All I know is it's out there. Look at it for yourself. It's wild. It's very
Wow.
wild. Like, so crazy.
I didn't
And,
know
and
about
it's
that,
it's
man.
not that it wasn't posted by InfoWars or something like that. No, they posted it on Joe Brandon's Twitter. Like, it's
Really?
official. It's official. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the craziest thing about it. That it's
Wow.
official. So that's why I find it very, very telling. I think he's laughing with
Intriguing,
us right
right?
now. What's that?
Intriguing.
Oh,
Intriguing.
very intriguing, sir.
Since they would post it, it's got to be intriguing, right? Since you can tell the difference, right? They don't think anybody would be able to tell. I mean, they really do think that we are complete morons. Everybody.
When you look
They
at some of
do.
the comments, I'm amazed that some of the comments don't even bring up that it's a deep fake, possibly, allegedly. I'm going to say that, even though it's very obvious that it is. I'm going to say allegedly, just to safely stream, because I understand where I'm at here on the old tubes, and I have to mince my own words on my own show. But it's very, very obvious. It's very strange. I don't know if you guys watch Salty Cracker at all, but he did a great video on it where there's like a split screen on it. He just goes over all of it, and it's very, very good.
Really?
But
That
but
dude,
just but just
that dude,
watch the
that
video.
that
What's
dude's a
that?
Cajun like me, bro.
What'd you say?
That dude's a Cajun like me.
Oh, Cajun. Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it, bro.
You know,
I'm a
I
big fan of Gambit. The Cajuns unite.
listen,
Come on, bro.
right?
We can throw cards at. I throw cards at people all the time. Yeah, I mean all the time, bro. I mean everywhere I go, I throw cards at people. But yeah. Hey, what are y'all? So okay, let me ask y'all this. This might be kind of crazy and out of left field, but what do y'all make of the fucking politicians and people in charge or fucking reptilians?
Oh yeah,
You think so?
I'm on that level, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I'm way out there.
And
If
what's
you
your channel, bro?
just look up podcast. Yeah, I normally do a show every single Tuesday. I haven't missed a week for like months until this week when I had to move to my new place here. There's nothing on the wall, as you can see. It's a brand new place,
That's pretty
and
nice, bro. That's pretty
I know
nice.
it's nicer than my last one, and so I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
It sucked to have to move, but it sucked to have to miss a week of a show. But at the same time, like, I got a new place, and it's better. And I'm paying the same price for it. They paid for it because it's their fault. I didn't do anything. The pipes busted, wasn't my fault. But
Yeah.
I'm deep in
Okay.
this stuff, man. When it comes to the iceberg, I'm on that like level like what, like 5 out of 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
In that chart.
So, Lee,
He,
Lee, do
yes,
you think
sir.
it's ridiculous that like I think that probably reptilian beings exist?
No.
All
At
right.
this point, at how I'm looking at things, I'm not discounting anything.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really not. And you look at the level of evil that is seated in our freaking government.
Dude, I see it. I see it. Man, I'm 45, so I really see it. When I was younger, I don't mean I'm gonna make this quick, but when I was younger, bro, I didn't want to see politics and shit like that. But
Oh hell
now
no.
it's just shoved in my face.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
dude. And it's
I
just
never
like,
wanted to care about politics. Sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
exactly, man. You exactly right, Hoff.
2018. 2018, the first time I ever voted.
Mm,
That's how much. That's how little I gave a shit about politics. I mean, I cared
exactly.
about who was in the. I cared about who was in the White House, but I was in that state of mind. My vote don't matter. Blah blah bullshit.
I'm
And I
still
get
in
in
that
there,
state of mind.
dude. I get in there, and I'm like, I got to do something. It's my duty
Yeah,
as an American to get out there and say something.
I
So
you're
I
went
right.
did.
through. I'm sorry.
You're right.
I keep talking over people. I apologize.
Go ahead,
Man,
Hoss.
ain't no problem.
I
Bro.
went through a transformation in my life, fellas. My parents, as much as I love them to death, and they're the greatest parents on the planet, as is everyone's, but mine are. Just putting that on record.
My
Um,
parents are better.
exactly, and I agree. Your parents, you see, we're on the same page.
Yeah, I understand you, bro.
They're very political people. They're very, very left leaning, and they always have been. That's the way I was raised. And it wasn't until about like 5 years ago that I started going off what they wanted me to believe politically. And we don't really talk about politics anymore because we've gotten our enough arguments about them. So now we just, I'm glad we got over it because we went through a big phase where they realized that I didn't agree with them politically on a lot of things anymore, like they wanted me to. And I voted for Obama twice, and I then I just I started realizing that I was just being told who to vote for rather than actually looking at the policies I wanted to vote for. And I thought
Yeah.
that was a big difference. But either way, I mean, we're getting effed all around. I can go real deep in all this stuff, but overall, I just wanted to tell you that like it was a big deal for me coming from like a left leaning family to go to a right leaning conservative point of view. Even though I feel like my parents should, they do have conservative point of views as well. And
Where
and
y'all from, bro? Where y'all from?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio. All right.
And what's weird is my parents are like old school liberal, but they still follow the new school stuff and they don't want to denounce it because they're so indoctrinated into just being the left leaning people. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
you bring something up about like I don't know anything about like gas prices being high, and they'll just be like, "Oh, well, that's not the president's fault." And then the
No,
president comes out and he says, "Oh, it's 40 cents less now, thanks to me." And
yeah.
it's just like, well, what's the hypocriticism here? Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
real
they
word.
say it's Putin's fault. Bullshit. This is the fault of our president. That's what I think. I don't think it's Putin's fault because they had supposedly had biolabs over there making the same shit like Wuhan did, and when they made coronavirus. So okay, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about the Russia whole war situation. But I don't think that gas prices are because Putin wanted to go to war with Ukraine. I don't
No,
believe that.
no, it started well before then when Biden immediately started dismantling our ability to be self sufficient.
Yeah, you're right. He exited out the Keystone Pipeline.
Exactly. Hmm.
Yeah,
Everyone was talking about Trump signing executive orders. Biden signed more in like his first day than Trump did during his whole presidency, just to redo everything to get us back in this hole that they want us in for some reason. And you know what? Like I said, I can't say what I think about. I mean, my theories about Trump are here on YouTube. I can't say them.
that's cool.
I would vote for the guy again if he runs in 2024. I'll say that I would vote for him for sure
I
over
mean,
Brandon or Kamala or whatever or booted
yeah,
butthead, But like dang, like they're all taking us for a ride right now. But
yeah.
dang, it's hard to decipher anything anymore because you feel like you're being bombarded by so
You are,
much all the time, and
you
that's
are
the
being bombarded. You are with the fucking wokeness and the fucking bullshit. I mean, man, every time you click onto the internet, you go to a news site, you're gonna get bombarded by the woke bullshit.
Hmm.
And I don't mean woke as a derogatory term. I mean people that think that dudes should compete with women in sports. That's bullshit, bro.
Straight bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I'm
That's
157.5% against that.
yeah. So bro, you ever all right, I'm Lee, mind if I change the subject a little bit?
Okay, it's fine with me, bro.
Lee, how much time you got, man? I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you.
Well, I was going to stay on maybe 10 more minutes.
All right, cool.
Y'all saw
It
Bigfoot?
Hey, depends on. Hold on, hold that thought, Ben. It all depends on how this conversation is going. It might go a little bit longer. So what time is it now? It's almost midnight
That's why I
here.
was asking, because I thought you might once Ben started this. That's why I was asking.
Okay, yeah. Now, what were you saying, Ben?
Y'all saw Bigfoot?
Have I ever saw a Bigfoot? No, I've never seen one, but I knew they were there. I've never had to see one to know that they exist.
Hoff is gone.
I think he just, just
Hey,
to
Hoff.
kind of
I went
close
to
his
grab a
camera off.
drink. No, I've never. I dated a girl who had really big feet once, but I've never seen a big foot.
You believe that Bigfoot is possibly out there?
Lee, this is your
You
specialty.
talking to
Go
me?
ahead.
Oh yeah, I absolutely do.
Oh, I know Lee does. I'm asking you, bro. I'm asking you, Hoff. I
Oh,
know
you're
Lee.
asking me? Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Okay, so dude, I can't completely just denounce the evidence, though I've never witnessed one. I find it fascinating. Back when I was younger, you just think the Bigfoot is just like some kind of just like gorilla or in the woods or something like
yeah.
that, just walking
I used to
around.
think there
And then
was one Bigfoot. Yeah,
the more you learn about Bigfoot, the more you figure Sasquatch, the more you find out that it's even the Yeti. You find out it goes far beyond that. It could be interdimensional. It could be a
yeah,
family. It could be a missing link between humanity and whatever you believe in evolution, which I'm not sure if I do really, but I mean, it could be. It could just be a different species altogether. Like they could have supernatural powers. Who knows? But I've never seen one.
exactly.
But the more you find out about it, it's not just a simple like, oh, it's just a monkey in the woods. It's like so much craziness surrounding the
Mm,
big.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
But I
There are
do
more.
believe there's something out there because of so many eyewitness accounts and so many stories and so much
Mm-hmm.
evidence. I do believe there's something out there. I don't know what it is for sure, but there. I mean, I gotta admit, there's it's got to be something.
There's
Dude,
so many. There's so many
listen,
more people coming around to the idea that there's something more to these people, and I call them a people because I believe that's what they are. Um, for the longest time, I called them a creature because I was in the, in the idea that they're a cryptid. I no longer believe they're a cryptid. I think I can totally disregard that classification.
how
They're
come?
they're people because they're more human than animal.
How do you
They
know
had
that, though?
basing on eyewitness testimony and personal interaction with them.
Yeah. Because, dude, eyewitness testimony gets people put in jail.
Exactly, and there's
Yeah,
so many people that was discount this. I'm like, why would you do that? The evidence is there. We,
exactly.
I mean, we've got track casts of all types: foot, hand, uh, buttocks. Okay, whole body cast
Nice.
where something has laid down on the ground. Um, they've cast that. They also have DNA evidence,
They do.
multitude of DNA,
They,
not just Melba Ketchum's. It's not just Melba Ketchum's Bigfoot study,
yeah, I
her
know.
research project. The Bigfoot Genome Project was not the only one. That's what everybody wants to
What's the
concentrate
other one?
on. But
What
I
are
don't
some
know.
other ones, man?
It's Let's see. There's a couple other government agencies that have it, according to
Ah,
Steve Isdall.
Steve Isdall. You believe
Mm-hmm.
you believe Steve Isdall?
I believe Steve. I don't think he has anything to hide. I don't think he's trying to bullshit anybody. He
I,
reads what he reads, but
yeah,
that's just my opinion. You
bro.
know.
I'm completely in line with you, bro. I think it. And he reads what he reads. He's not bullshitting people. He has had sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's what I think, man. I have a pretty good bullshit meter,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't look like Steve is lying, bro.
I don't think so either. And he's been doing his own research about this stuff.
Yeah,
Not so much traipsing around the woods, but talking to other people.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Talking.
he's got a look out of every, if you want to call it a Bigfoot channel out there, he has by far the largest following of any of them out there. Period. He's creep
Absolutely.
he's creeping up on 300,000 subs, dude.
For real?
He's like right at
Well,
270, 275 or something
shit.
like that
Hey, bro,
now.
I could tell you something, bro. He fucking deserves it.
I think so. I think so.
I think he's honest. I think he's a good dude. I don't think he's in it for the money. Uh,
No.
I mean, the money wouldn't hurt, but I don't think he's in it for that. He's in it because what he said about his grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
who was scared to tell people about the shit. So he must have
Exactly.
let people talk about it. You know,
And I'm
that
glad.
that's a fucking noble thing.
I'm just trying to follow in his footsteps. Him and Wes Germer have done a lot,
Absolutely.
I think, for
Yeah,
the whole thing. And if you followed Wes any at all, you've seen how he's evolved
yes, he
in
did. He
in his
did.
way of thinking. He said
Yes,
some
he
damn
did.
dirty ape in the woods, man. Some
Yeah,
undiscovered
yeah,
relic hominid or some stuff. It's something different. There's so much, like you were saying, Hoff. There's so much more to these people
that's true.
that we just can't wrap our head around.
No,
What do
because
you?
Um,
Because can I ask a couple questions here?
Go
Um,
ahead.
all right,
because I believe, like, first of all, I want to know, like, obviously the fascination of Bigfoot comes from what is it?
Hmm.
And
yeah,
the other side of that is, what would happen if we caught one? Not that it's possible or plausible because they're maybe interdimensional or not. Who knows what they are.
right,
Um,
Hmm.
there's different
right.
theories about them, but if they are a physical thing that you could just trap with a net or something like that, what would happen if we did, like, get one? What is the end game if we do find out everything about a Sasquatch? What would that reveal about us and our existence and our past? That's what I think. That's what's fascinating about it. Do you guys have any kind of comments or theories about any of that? Because I think that's what's fascinating.
I do. I definitely do. I think that it's happened before. I think that the government is hiding it, and I don't know why they are, but I think that it's definitely they've definitely have bodies before. You know, I don't know why they hiding it from us. The same reason I don't know why they hiding aliens from us. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I'm not privy to that information, but dude, I mean, they've absolutely had bodies. Definitely.
That's what I say, man. That's exactly what I say, Ben. I say, dude, here's what I know, but I don't know why. I know this is what is there, but I don't know why it's there, and that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure it out. I'm trying to put some pieces together, some puzzle. Probably missing a few, but on the box.
I would
The oth-
I would love to know why, but man, shit. Like I said earlier, bro, a lot of these channels that start off like sincere, they go into money grabbing.
oh
So
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
I'll money grab as soon as they let me. Don't get me wrong here. I'm putting it
I
straight
hear
out
you,
there.
man.
As
Hey,
soon as
man,
someone offers half money, I'm taking it.
I hear you, bro. And bro, you do it, get it, bro, get it. But I mean,
But
people
I
that
will not sell out. I will only allow people who want to offer me money for what I'm doing. So just want to be clear on that.
Mhm. But there are channels that I used to follow, and then now it's just a money grab. And yeah, it's disheartening, you know.
Could you
And
name one, or would you rather not? I mean, I understand if
oh,
you wouldn't want
I
to.
won't,
You
bro.
wouldn't want to
I
call anyone
won't.
out, but yeah,
I
you wouldn't
won't.
want to call anyone out. But yeah, I see it
No,
too, man. Yeah. I
but
don't like calling people out either. But maybe if we were doing it backstage, I would name some. But yeah, not here live.
yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'll tell you. But not live on
Yeah, that's what
YouTube
I'm
for
saying.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But yeah, man, shit. There are people that know. Government. I think the government knows.
I think they've known for a long time. I think it
Yeah,
goes
you're
back
right.
far, way back. I mean, President Teddy Roosevelt
Now, I've been doing
Yeah,
wrote.
studies
you're
on
right.
royal bloodlines
The
and going all the way
Bowman
back
thing.
to the Bavarian Illuminati back to the 1600s with Adam
Mm-hmm.
Weishaupt and all that kind of stuff, man. Like it's crazy how far back this stuff goes. The control of the free. I can't say a lot of this stuff on your show, Lee. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to mince
That's
my words. It's crazy how it goes back really, really, really far. And if you do your research, you'll see like, oh my gosh, they've had like this plan all along. I don't know if you guys are
Yeah,
into gematria at all. You know gematria.
gematria. Yeah, gematria. Gematria. What the fuck?
Hofston froze up.
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
shit! Oh shit!
But shit. Yeah, man. Fuck. I don't know why they keep shit from us.
I think it's the same reason why they keep the the UAPs, UFOs, aliens, and all that stuff from us is another control issue. If they, I feel that
If
if
they
we
okay.
knew our connection to these people, that it would be another form of control they didn't have over us.
Yeah, you right.
Because you look at whoa,
I'm
hello.
still here.
Oh, okay, okay. Bro,
I don't know
off
what
was
happened.
gone.
I put
I
my camera off accidentally.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
damn it,
Man, I
man.
agree with you completely. Man, you gotta go.
No, I was kind of waiting on Hoff to get back here, but well, the oh, I will do this. Hold on, I'm gonna check chat real quick.
Dude, you know what? I think that it would uproot and disturb religion and people's beliefs
Oh,
if they know that
yeah,
about like what the gods really are. Because
dude,
they're
you're. I love the way you think, man. That's about
they're
where I'm at because I
yeah,
do. You hear a lot of these people. Well, it would disrupt the forest and
no,
timber
hell
industry
no.
and all this.
No.
That's dude. That's right. That's so much bullshit.
Bro, it is bullshit, bro.
It's so much
It would
bullshit.
disrupt the lumber companies. Man, fuck no, that's bullshit, bro. It would, you know what? It would disrupt the number one thing that subjugates mankind, right?
Hmm.
And that's what religion.
Religion and yeah, you look at what we were talking about earlier tonight, how we've been lied to for centuries, and it
Dude,
if
yeah,
let's see.
shit. They're talking about Xana right now.
Let's see. Yeah. Ray, all of our presidents.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've
Yep.
definitely heard that.
Me too. Hoff, wasn't you talking about that earlier? That
Sorry, cut it out.
that's all right.
I got bad internet. I don't have my internet hooked up here yet, so I'm just going off like a hotspot. What's going on?
Uh,
So
talking about.
What the last thing Hoff was talking about was the there's a ruling group that's been there. There's been one for a long time, right? Hoff?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, they are coming out in full force right now. That's why they're releasing these fucking viruses and shit. They want to depopulate and control. So
The
what's next,
1%.
Hoff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
feel like I'm still counting out. I will answer that question when I come back. Give me just a second here. I'll be right back.
All right, man. All right, man.
Man, I want to keep. I wish I'd man. I wish I'd have known you were on earlier. I was just scrolling through stuff and I saw Ravens out. Wow, I haven't talked to this dude in a long time.
It's been a while, man. You're welcome back
Yeah,
anytime. Because, like I
no,
said, I like the way you think.
thank you, man. Me and you
Because
think
you
alike,
think.
bro. Me
I'm
and you
glad
think very
somebody
much
does.
alike.
I'm glad somebody does.
Yeah,
It's,
really. It's few and far between, right?
usually how I think, people don't want to have much to do with me. You
Yeah,
don't see you don't see me a lot on these other shows. I get invited on one time, and then lots of times I don't get invited back because, well, I don't think the way they do.
yeah, you're right, bro. It is very few and far between. Man, my favorite show is the Moog Show because
Mm-hmm.
you can say whatever the fuck you want to.
Yep.
Yeah, Moog's a good dude, bro.
There
So,
he is.
Hoff,
Hey, I think I'm gonna have to
what
get
you
going.
think about that, bud?
This isn't working out for me. I'm cutting out like a lot. I think I'm gonna have to get going. I have so much to say about that, but it's not working out for me here. Thank you so much, Lee, for having me on tonight. Ben, great to meet you, man. I
You
hope
too,
to
buddy.
talk to you guys very soon. Keep in touch with me. Keep in
Yeah,
touch
man.
because so much to talk about here. And you all have a great night. I will see you soon. Cheers.
All right, buddy.
Peace out, brother.
Hey, Lee, we can do this another time, brother.
All right. Yeah. It's a little
Yeah,
after midnight. And
yeah,
yeah, I think I'm gonna dip out.
that's all
That's
right,
it.
brother. Hey,
But
man,
this right here,
I will be back.
cool beans, man.
Good deal.
Hey, you're welcome back anytime.
Thank
You're
you,
in the
man.
chat. I'll holler at you.
I
And
appreciate
and like Ray says, we ain't for everyone, and everyone ain't for us.
it. Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to tell you what. When I first started this channel, I started with, it was Bigfoot related. And I took a 3-month hiatus because I had to. And unlike this time, it was a little different. But when I come back, I almost didn't come back then either. And I thought, what am I going to do with this show? And I said, I'm going to take it in the direction I want to take it in and discuss everything under that blanket called paranormal. UFOs, cryptids, ghosts,
Yeah,
anything
smart.
supernatural, anything like that, and bring it to light and give a platform to people that want to come on and tell their story. You've got a safe space here. So, and that's what I did. I lost a lot of subs. I did. I lost a lot of subs too. But I was lucky enough to gain the 500 to where I can get my community tab so I can keep everybody updated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
All right,
I'm,
buddy. I saw one of my good friends possessed by a demon.
dude.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it next time.
Well, I will be on Saturday.
Let's
I'll
see,
probably be.
man. I gotta work this weekend.
Oh, shit, dude. Well, next Wednesday, I'm going to be on next Wednesday again about the same time, about 10 o'clock Eastern
No,
time.
all right.
So you're in Central Time Zone, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
So about 7 on your 7 o'clock. Well, no, not 7, but 9 o'clock your time. I should be on.
All right.
So if you want to hop on, you want to tell your story, man, you're welcome.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
And it's good. It's great to bullshit with somebody that's fucking like-minded. You know what I mean?
Likes like likeness, man. I mean, like minds, man. We gotta
You're right.
stick together.
You're right. All
But it's
right,
good to
buddy.
have. Take care of yourself, bro. Until next
All right,
time.
man. All right, man. Later.
Later. And everybody, that's it for tonight. It's been a great show. It's been great to be back, and it's a great first show, to start up the new series. And everybody that's been in chat, I love everybody. I love all of y'all for hanging in there and showing up and giving out your ideas. That's what this is all about. Don't be afraid to speak your mind and tell us what you think. Share your knowledge. That's how we learn. That's how we grow, man. As iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another. Until till Saturday, for each one of you, so much fun. Right, right. Well, I did say I was going to go 2. And then I said, if the all depends on how the conversation goes, I may go over. So it's 2 hours and 17 minutes now. But I think it was worth it. I had a good time, and thank you everybody for hanging in there and sticking with me. And until next time, everybody, I love you, mean it, and have a good weekend. Bye.